Hello everybody, and welcome back to Space Engineers. As you can see, we've managed to pick a fight with something up there in the sky. I don't even know what it is at this point, a Gelvis heavy corvette. But as you can see, yeah, we're missing a little bit. It's not aiming quite at the right place. And I think that's because a lot of these turrets are set to target projectiles, which they really shouldn't be. Anywho, we now get to deal with yesterday's comments, and there was some really, really good ones, as always. It always seemed to be good comments these days. So as you can see, I have color-coded all of the docking ports except one over here, this guy. I don't know where this tardigrade has ended up. We'll have to go looking for it. But there we go. That was an excellent comment. Thank you to the commenter who suggested it. That way we can just see at a quick glance, okay, that's the gold. That's the yellow one, silver, black, blue, octarine, black, red, green. You know how it is. As you can see, I've expanded the floor of the base a little bit just to kind of fill out the profile. This has a decoy buried inside. That's just to draw fire, really, more than anything else. Over here, you can see I built out a little platform on this end as well. So slowly but surely, we're beginning to fill out the crater. Still got a long way to go, but I think we're making some serious progress. This is all just light armor over here. You'll see we've got a line running to roughly the center of this raised platform, and then a projector over there, and that's because we need to do some testing. We need to test out whether or not it is possible to print out a large grid ship using the build and repair bots that we've got so far. Why am I testing this? Well, because if you may have caught it live, maybe you didn't, maybe you've seen the VOD. I did a live stream where we designed the fit for purpose.
I phoned in to say, you gotta keep the big gun.
You gotta keep the big gun? We didn't get all the way done. I have finished it off camera, and once it's in the episodes, it will be put on the workshop for you guys to enjoy. It is a hell of a lot of fun. Magic is working on a supercut of that as we speak, but this episode is going to take priority, so this will be episode 10. Supercut will be 10.5, and then 11 will be the episode we hopefully print the fit for purpose. Might have to do episode 12. We'll see. The reason that the content has slowed down a little bit over the past few days, I'm really sorry about that, guys, is that I am moving houses. As some of you may know, I am moving to South Korea in December to make a rather lateral career move from humanitarian law to English teaching. But I'll be real with you, humanitarian law does not pay. Great work, but your boy needs to just do a couple years to reset that bank account, and then we're right back at it. Now, something else you may have come across during that live stream is the fact that I had a lot of AMA questions come through. Unfortunately, we were not able to deal with all of them. I was expecting about, 40 people to come through and watch us do it live. Well, instead we had 500. It was, to say the very least, a little overwhelming. Unhinged. So, instead of answering all the questions, I mostly just played Space Engineers and ranted about being me. Really, it was a rather unhinged experience for all, but we all had a lot of fun. But I didn't get to answer a lot of the questions. So, if you would like to leave a comment for either myself or Magic the Editor, we're both willing to do the AMA, and we'll probably answer the questions together as like a video that we do together, then please, here's your format, right? Hashtag AMA in the comments section, and then indicate whether or not the question is for Largely Unemployed, for Magic, or for both. Okay? Hashtag AMA, Magic, LU, both, and then put your question. That would be the best way for us to do it, and that way we can both filter through and see what we want to answer and what we think doesn't really quite fit with the nature of the question. There's no real limit to what you guys can ask. It's just we won't answer it if it doesn't fit YouTube's terms of service or if it's way too personal. So there's your guidelines right there. Alright, but enough of all of that. We need to go ahead and finish off the grinder pit. We have set up the projector. We have actually built the damn grinder pit. What we haven't done, though, is clean up the wrecks. Now, in order to clean up the wrecks around the base, I'm going to have to do something a little bit creative. We are going to need a Skycrane. This is a kind of ship that can fly over to debris, pick it up, and then drop it off in the Sarlacc pit over there. Now, for that purpose, I have designed this printer right over here. And by printer, I mean a projector on the corner of a large pad. I know, we like to live large here. This is the Skycrane ship I have designed. This will be available on the workshop alongside this episode, so please go check it out, try it out for yourself. It is exclusively hydrogen powered. I think it's got like a battery or two in there, and it's got hydrogen generators for power. You will need to fuel this thing with ice and hydrogen, but it is very, very capable of operating in any atmosphere under any gravity conditions. Obviously, stronger the gravity, the less it can carry, though. Something to be aware of. Now, unfortunately, a limit of survival blueprints is that I cannot put the little claw arm that needs to be built off here as part of the blueprint. I can't print it, so we're going to have to build that on together. Also, this is an old version of it. Let me improve that. There we go. Skycrane V8. That's the one. Multiple grids not supported, but there we go. Now it's got a sweet paint job. Alright, but before we can actually print this thing, we are going to need to build up a little support structure for it to land on. As you can see, I've cleared out enough space, I hope, to get the engines in here without it breaking. But I think I want to build up just a little building over here to connect to this right over there. I'm probably going to have a large hydrogen tank with a connector on top, and maybe a couple of nanite repair modules built in, just so that this thing, you know, it can get repaired when it comes into dock. Alright, you might notice something new sticking out the top of the tower right over here.
Wow. Whoa! Who's that guy?
And you would not be mistaken for doing so. This right here, this is the new industrial hydrogen tank, or rather not new to me, industrial hydrogen tank model. How did I get this, you ask? Well, I now have access to all of the Keen Software House DLC. The Keen Software team very kindly reached out to Magic and I and offered to partner with the channel, basically. This is incredibly exciting news. It's brand new as of this recording. I literally had the meeting with them, maybe an hour and a half ago as the time I'm recording this, and we are very, very happy and very, very grateful to have them on board as partners of the channel. Now, we don't have any concrete plans just yet. We're still working out all the finer details of exactly what that relationship is going to look like over time. But believe you me, I am very excited to see where it goes. And I'd like to once again, for the 100th time, thank every single one of you, all of our wonderful unemployees, for making this possible. This content doesn't exist without you, and it certainly wouldn't be nearly half as good if we were the only ones interacting with it. So thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you again. Anyway, let's go ahead and desecrate their beautiful game's vanilla balance by building some build and repair modules. Okay, so I want a few of these. We're going to stick them upside down for the vibes. There we go. Anybody else just hanging 10 feet under? Am I right? God, we're holding on for dear life out here. But man, there's maybe a hostile universe, but soon it shall be ours. And then, of course, finally, but not, last but not least, it would not be a largely unemployed build without some windows. However, that being said, I would like to do a little bit of setup here first. Okay, these can get folded into the base nanobots group, and we can turn them off in inventory and terminal. Okay, slap it on. This thing's ready to cook. And we gotta have some paint on this, don't we? We can't just be running around with black buildings everywhere. No. We gotta have a little bit of accent color. And I'm thinking just a couple stripes up and down over here. And we'll be cooking. Oh yeah, there we go. Much better. Never mind, that looks kind of bad, but you know what? We're gonna roll with it. This might be a good opportunity for the circular towers, but we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Okay, give me this, and let's see if we can now print onto the other connector like people told me we could. Let's see if they add this. I have a feeling they're not going to. I have a feeling we're going to need to connect this to this grid somehow. Okay, looks like I was correct in my suspicions, unfortunately. So where are we going to connect to? I think we'll connect to right over here. These are all half panels, because I never designed these things to be built by this. I don't know why. I have a penchant for drama, I guess.
Your intellect is as weak as your dollar.
Give me some half blocks, and we're just going to build this up to connect. And connect you like that, and now we should see it print the rest. And yes, indeed, it does. Okay. Magic, let's go gadget.
Time lapse.
Okay, there we go. That is our time lapse. Look at this thing. Oh my goodness, there's our Skycrane too. Now, there's still a little bit more work to do on this laddie boy before we can start hauling stuff up to the grinder pit. But we're definitely off to a much better start than we were before. As you can see, it's got its own projector built in already, which is really, really important, obviously. How much fuel do we have right now? 2%. 2% hydrogen, but as you can see, dead ahead, we got a green light on the connector. We are docked. You can indeed build connectors onto connectors. Shout out to the comment section who pointed that out before, who I did not listen to. You guys rock. Now, while we wait for the hydrogen tanks to fill up just a little bit more, we can take a look at what we've got on this ship. So we've got a couple of gyroscopes just to help it maneuver around. It is very light on its own, but when it's carrying stuff, it can get pretty heavy. We've got some fairly large LCD displays over here. This one's currently showing us how much gas we've got stored. So we've got 3.2 million liters of hydrogen across 7 tanks, allegedly. There are 4 on this ship and 3 on the station, so this is showing us the total amount on the station. And as you can see, we had a whole bunch, we dropped a whole bunch of nothing, and now we're going on. This line over here is from when I had this thing working on creative, so it was all full, and now it's not. This is the in and out of our batteries, and again, this is going to be the whole station, not just the ship. This graph, unfortunately, is not going to be particularly accurate because we did not run this, because we ran the script while we were building it. If you just print this out in creative, it'll work a lot better. Or if you print it out using a welder ship, I should say, it'll work a lot better. Alright, but let's tie a bow on that structure. It's a simple little thing, but that is our hydrogen tank tower for the moment anyway, with some extra build and repairs. This is where this thing is going to dock and live. Now, there is a real threat, and I do mean a very real threat, that we are going to shoot this ship. If anything comes over the horizon over there, these turrets are going to shoot it. Unfortunately, I cannot change that behavior. That is just a design flaw, we'll call it, of my design, and it's one I'm going to have to live with. Hey, we're up to 3% hydrogen. Crazy how nature do that. Also, I'd like to name a few more of these tardigrades, I think. Someone suggested calling one of these things the tax collector. I don't know what it means. I don't know why you'd call it that, but it is very funny. It is tax season here in South Africa anyway, so you know what? The tax collector it is. And I think this is the one collecting platinum. It should probably be the gold one for perfect irony, but you know what? I'll take what we can get here. This one, of course, is the luggage. Yes, and still going strong. No one pointed out that I spelled luggage incorrectly, which I think is extra funny. More G's, more good. That's what I say. There were also quite a few suggestions that, suggested some variants on worker bee, or just bee. But I like that idea a lot. This one here, this can be the worker bee. And then I do believe that we named one isopod and the name didn't take. Someone did point this out to me, so I should probably go find that ship and rename it correctly. Who knows which one it might be, though. I actually have no idea which of these we've named at this point. That's the water bear. Oh, there's so many of them. I love it. There's definitely one missing, though. We've got a bit of a lost child situation here. There we go. This one could be the isopod. All right, let's go looking for our lost son, though. I'm a little bit worried about him. I have a feeling he's probably one of the magnesium miners. Or that might have been the one we took up into space to look for uranium and then ended up using as a kamikaze drone. Get in there. Nope. Okay, keep straight. Come on. Keep on target. Yeah. Now that I'm looking at the gaps in the mines here, I'm thinking okay, never mind. I might have found our forgotten boy. Turns out it was me. I am the problem. It's me.
Failure is your destiny.
Alright, anyway, I want to build a large hydrogen and oxygen refinery in this space over here. Probably be a couple levels tall, have hydrogen tanks at the bottom, layer of thin armor, some O2H2 generators, some heavy armor on top. Because if we're going to run hydrogen-based ships, both this and the new fit-for-purpose redesign, if you caught the live stream, you would have seen it, are hydrogen-based. We are going to need a truly disgusting amount of hydrogen stored up, and the little piddly droplets we've got at the moment are absolutely not going to cut it. Our 12 generators that we've currently got running are enough to support those engines, and that's about it. Maybe like a tiny bit more. Certainly not enough to make a meaningful difference. So let's go ahead and expand this out and make this work for us. And you know what? I think this would work best as a time lapse. Let's go.
Inventory full.
God damn it, I hate you.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
Okay, there we go. That is the final touches on our O2H2 generation bunker. So it's just a tiny little structure. Looks just like this. Well, we probably built some ramps properly at some point, huh? But there you can come in the side. You can run up, admire the 9 industrial hydrogen tanks that Keen has once again so kindly provided. And then about 400,000 million, billion, jillion of these O2H2 generators. That is, I'm hoping, going to be enough. If it isn't, we can just go ahead and fill the spaces in between with more of these bad boys. It shouldn't be too much of a problem to do that. I will certainly find out fairly soon if that's viable. Anyway, a new problem we have is that we are inexplicably, surprisingly, out of ice. I knew the hydrogen engines were, like, you know, greedy on ice. I didn't realize they were this greedy on ice. It is actually a little bit insane just how much we've managed to burn through since I turned off the reactors. If I go ahead and have a look now, so the primary reason we've used all ice is because I turned it into hydrogen and then burnt that hydrogen in hydrogen generators. If I have a look for uranium, we don't have all that much currently available to us. Most of it's coming from sifting gravel. In fact, I think all of it at this point is coming from sifting gravel. So the base is actually starting to have serious power problems. As you can see, we've got a little bit in the large reactor and small reactor, but those blocks have all been turned off. Our batteries are still fairly close. What I can do is head up here, quickly hit a recharge. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Hit a recharge on this real quick, and we go sit in the chair and see how much power we've got left according to our batteries. 55 minutes. 55 minutes and absolutely zero hydrogen, as you can see there. If I go ahead and turn off my H2 generators, right, where are they? Base H2 engines. We turn those off. We're down to 46 minutes of power. That's basically running on reactors and batteries. But the reactors are not currently online, I don't believe. If I have a quick look here at reactor, base reactors are currently switched off. If I turn them on, power lasts 56 minutes. As you can see, it's not exactly a lot. Turn this off. I think I'd rather save the uranium for weapons at this point. I think what we're going to do is we're going to do two things. We're going to build an ice mine, and we're going to build a solar panel array. And in order to build the solar panel, I'll have to unshackle the sun. Also, what the hell just spawned into existence over there? Anyone catch that? Just above Mars? Oh, hold on. Oh, if I look over here, I can see it. What in the hell is that? Hold on, give me a boarding kit. I need to go find out. So you can't look at it. This is a Blair Witch Project looking ass. Look at this thing, man. Okay, hold on. If I look at it, it disappears. But if I look over here, we can see it. What? Oh, now I'm allowed to look at you. I guess I got close enough. There's two somethings up here. Oh, it's a Reaver Havelock, huh? Yeah, maybe we shouldn't get too close to that. And I've got an Aquila strike corvette just behind it. Neither of these ships are moving. Is anything in the sky moving? No. Everything in the sky is frozen in place. Oh my god, the Matrix is beginning to crack. Woo! Okay, Aquila strike corvette is very angry with my presence. Alright, I guess they're just gonna hang in the sky menacingly. Yeah, there's a Gremlin XL over there. Listen, these are all wonderful things. Let's go get a bit more ice, put it in the machines, or rather, let's get a bit more ice, put it into our skyhook, and then we can go ahead and pick up these ruins, these wrecks over here. And I think the best way, the best way to get more ice is going to be to just dig another pit mine. That gave us like 3 million last time. Do I need another grinder pit? Not really. So, I know look, I do want to start digging out an area for the fit for purpose. So maybe we start doing that. Where would I put it? It's huge. It's absolutely gigantic. Like, it's easily big enough to fit in here. And I would like to store it underground. I think that would be extra dramatic. But that's going to be a big hole. Maybe I do need to get that nanobots mod. Everyone's been suggesting the build and fill, or the drill and fill nanobots mod. I found it to be a little bit insanely overpowered, but at this point, maybe I don't mind. Well, look, we've got a connection point coming off here. Let's make use of it. Uh-oh. I have reached the dreaded PCU limit. For those of you who don't know, this is basically like a part count limit for any given Space Engineers server, whether private, offline, or otherwise. This is something that is a bit of a game killer if you haven't got more processing power to work with it. It's basically a block limit, right? If you go over your PCU, you can no longer place things in the world. Now, I'm rather fortunate in that I can, I've got quite a beefy PC. I can just go ahead and increase the PCU limit, which I will be doing once we've dug this here diggy hole. I'm just waiting for the build and replace units to, well, you know, catch up. You know what? Let's help them out a little.
Several days later.
Okay, there we go. We have drilling. Very nice, very nice. This should be giving us plenty of ice. Not Icasa, but ice. There we go. And all the O2H2 generators are starting to fill up. That's what we want to see. Now, we're going to need like a billion ice in order to actually survive out here. But this is a great start. This is a great start. And we're already through to the stone. Okay, so that's how deep we've got to go. The plan here is to take this drill setup and move it horizontal. And we just dig off a big old trench down the surface. Or maybe it's time for the drill and fill mod. Speaking of new mods, I do have one other thing I'd like to show off. This here is the Rotary Airlock. And for, I don't even know anymore. What's that? Probably about, what are we on, episode 10? So for about 10 episodes, people have been telling me to go ahead and build the Rotary Airlock, right? I mean, that's fair enough. It's a free country. You're quite welcome to tell me to build whatever you like, honestly. The PC human has been reached. Oh, what a shame. I won't be able to build it. Well, I mean, maybe we could do something else with this, though. There are ways around all sorts of things. Okay, so anyway, as I was saying, the Rotary Airlock looks a lot like this. So you build it, right? You put it down, and then what you do is read 400 comments over the space of a month telling you to do the exact same thing again and again and again. And you may ask yourself, largely employed, what is that thing that they want me to do? Well, it's to do this. There you go. It's an airtight airlock, right? No fun designs, no bunker pyramids, no interesting little doors. Just one button making an airlock turn in a circle. Man, isn't that important? I'm really just so incredibly glad that I've downloaded this mod. Oh yeah, that's made the whole game better. Much better. Okay, now the long, slow excavation of a long ice trench begins. Rip to the lake, I guess. What I'm really hoping to see here is that, yes, we have some ice stacking up in the large cargo containers. Now, look, 132k ice isn't gonna really break the bank very much at all, but you know what? It is better than we had going for us before. So this lad here should now have a little bit more hydrogen in the tank. We pray, we hope, we dream. Let's go have a quick look at what's going on inside. Okay, there we go. Switching our tanks to stockpile has allowed them to fill up to 23.8%, which means we are, of course, draining the base tanks, but that's what we want. We want the base tanks to be drained. We don't need hydrogen on the base. We need hydrogen in this ship. And there you go, at 24%. I think we can actually start doing something with this lad. So I'm going to go ahead and get his taskbar a little bit more set up. Okay, I'm just going to back him off a little bit. And we're just going to park out here in front, just landing on the engines. Oh, so then I have time to build the claw in the middle. Oh, and apparently we didn't get that engine nacelle built. That's a bit odd. Okay, engine's turned off. Now I can begin to work. So what are we going to need underneath here? We're going to need a rotor to control the left, right, or horizontal axis. This is known as the azimuth. And then we're going to need a hinge to control the elevation. We're going to be controlling this arm using a... Oh, give me the hinge. There we go. We're going to be controlling this arm using a turret controller. They're a little janky, fair warning. But yeah, I'm sure we'll find a way to make it work. Okay, then onto our hinge, we need to place a piston or two. These are the pistons that are going to extend out and grab the things we want them to grab. I'm going to build 2 pistons because I'm a madman. And then I want a magnetic pad. Large magnetic plate. What have we got cooking here? Hold on, let's have a look. Large magnetic plate? That's probably too much plate for one man to handle. Give me a smaller one. Just give me the old magnetic plate. This is a wonderful addition to the game. This is base game. It's not vanilla. Rather, other way around. It is vanilla. It's not modded. It used to be that you had to download a mod to put those on, and not anymore. Also, I've somehow discovered rivets. Wow. Was that tiled? Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, that was tiled. Wild. Alright, so this lad over here is going to have a camera. We can make this look nicer a little bit later. I just want to get it working for now. And that's going to put the camera something like... I think the dot has to be on the bottom left. And then it's oriented correctly. There we go. Okay, cool. So, now the setup is fairly simple. We head inside the Skycrane, and we're going to have to set up stuff on this controller over here. So that hinge is going to be our grabber hinge. We'll have the grabber pistons. And, of course, the grabber camera. I do need a name for this vessel, by the way. It isn't named yet. It's just called a Skycrane right now. You guys know the drill. Go ahead and tell me what you want to see it called. Alright, so with that set up, we now head into the turret controller proper. There we go. And again, we want to make sure that the azimuth rotors, that's the left to right, that is going to be your rotor. And then the elevation rotor is going to be our hinge in this case. You can use a rotor for it. Hinge just works a little bit better. The camera we're going to use is the assigned camera. And now, if I head in here and press 1 to control it, and then we're going to need to go to the camera, set that to view. Oh, whoopsie, wrong button. I think I set the controller to auto off, not control. Yeah, we shouldn't have to set the camera to view. My bad. Set that to control. There we go. Now we can see through the camera and we move the arm. So left and right's working. Up and down is working. Unfortunately, we are, yes, a little bit close to the floor, though. I am breaking things. So pressing F to get out of that. We can clear this. Don't need that, actually. My mistake. What I want instead is a magnetic switch lock, right? Number 3, locked or not locked? Unlocked, please. Thank you kindly, sir. Okay. No longer locking to the ground. That's very important. We don't want to lock to the ground right now. What else do we want to do? I think it's going to be pretty useful to have some pistons on this thing. So we can extend the arm and pull it back. Simple as grabber piston 1, it's going to be a reverse. Grabber piston 2, it's going to be a reverse, right? So let's go ahead and turn this thing on. We're going to fly up a little bit. We still got 26%. Don't forget, don't get it twisted. And now our grabber arm can look around. But as you can see, got a bit of shake. Now, we need to go ahead and set up the inertia tensor in this, but if you do too much of it, in my experience, the ship kind of starts dragging itself down to the ground. It looks like the one... Okay, so obviously we need to share the piston's inertia tensor. I'm thinking maybe also the rotor? Maybe not, because now it's moving the whole ship because of the inertia tensor. So we turn that off. Let's turn off the rotor and turn on the hinge. That's more what I want to see. Now the ship's not moving, but the arm is quite stable. Okay, cool. So, alright, that should work. Let's go ahead, quickly before we run out of fuel. Let's go ahead and see, is our grinder pit on? Our grinder pit is on. I'm very interested to see how much power the base has got, because we were at like 45 minutes earlier. We're at 12 hours. Okay, cool. I have turned off a lot of the nanomachines. I've turned off the refineries and the assemblers. We need to get access to a lot of the uranium, which is currently hiding inside of the large reactor of that Reavers ship. So, we're going to fly over to our... Oh, I am facing the wrong way. We are going to fly over to our Reaver brethren over here and see what we can do to take control. Alright, so let's start off with a smaller piece. Make sure this thing actually works. I'm going to want to pick up... Oh, I don't know. Let's say this little piece of Reaver ship right over here. So let's go in, and we're going to... This thing's on magnetically auto-lock. We're going to do a quick extension to go and grab it. If you're wondering what this looks like from the outside, there you go. It's a little hard to get, like, range, unfortunately. But there we go. We have locked on. And as you can see, picking it up does cause a little bit of trouble. So what we need to do now is bring the mass in closer with the pistons. And we're going to want to lock our hinge so that it doesn't pivot so much. And then we're going to want to fly back to the base. Oh, and as you can see, it's got a little bit of wobble. It's got a little bit of wobble. Let's let the pistons finish moving, and then we'll move. Okay, a little bit of wobble, but it'll work. And let's feed him to the pit. So, I think we're over it. Yes, we are. Drop. It is falling. It is falling, and the nanobots are already grinding it. It has fallen into the pit. Yes! Yes, my pretties. Excellent work. Okay, we are very much going to need to put the base projector back on, though, if we're going to be grinding stuff, because as you know, things are going to get a little bit breaky very quickly. Achy, breaky heart, let me tell you. Let's go pick up a little bit more of a high-value target, shall we? Or maybe let's try something smaller as well. What have we got? I think, where's that hacker drone? I stole some reactor components off it, so the signal's gone off, but it's over here somewhere. Ah, there it is. And the reason I'm doing this really... Oh god, man, you really should not rotate with this in this view. It's a little bit exaggerated. The reason I'm doing this really is because I need to get a whole bunch of PCU back. We got to clean up these wrecks. I've set them so they don't despawn so that I could do this exact procedure. But yeah, we gotta speed this up. Do you know what? I think this would be a really cool time to have a time lapse of us getting all of the various things into the grinder pit. So, if that's what you guys want to see, stick around, because magic, you know what time it is. Let's go gadget, time lapse.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
You disrespect yourself and your nation.
Okay, so I managed to bring the Reaver ship over here. My cannons immediately started shooting it, but unfortunately, it's a little too big to fit in the hole. So we're going to have to cut this thing down into little pieces, or alternatively just turn the nanobot disassemblers on. I mean, I'd love to feed that piece by piece into the Sarlacc pit, but I think at the same time, it's a little bit more time efficient to just go ahead and turn on all of our nanobots, son. And they can just start pulling this lad apart real quick, like. I mean, look at that. They're already chowing down through those single gun turrets. Yeah, we're going to get a lot of valuable resources back here. The part I'm really interested in, as you all know, is the excuse me, hiccups. The reactor and the, what do you call it? The jump drive. That's the guy. There's also a large amount of very valuable ore and ingots inside this thing, which apparently are already being processed. I think it's got like an order of operations it goes through. Yeah, it looks like it's going through the conveyors and stuff first, which is pretty cool. And oh god, there's a warhead here.
Inventory full.
I hadn't noticed that before. Imagine that went off as I dropped it in the base. That would have definitely been a sight. Okay, this is the guy. 845 superconductor remaining, and we did take a big chunk of that out ourselves. And then on this side, there's a big old large grid reactor, which is... Yes, there we go. Looks like that's being processed as it is. Alright, well I think the answer here, honestly, is just to leave this over here sort of slowly getting cooked up. The only problem is that my turrets are very rapidly trying to shoot this thing, which is not a great situation because I can't have the base turrets on while this is here because it's going to keep shooting it. Alright, anyway, let's go ahead and pick up a few more pieces of debris, get some more PCU back, and then, oh baby, then we start building the turrets. That's the plan anyway. Okay, let's see how this goes. Oh, this is a big ship. Oh, this is a big ship. Oh my god, we can actually lift it. I'm in awe. My. If we ain't space trucking, I don't know what we is. Look at the size of this. Oh, that is salvage, baby. Oh, that is salvage. This is what this series was always meant to be. I mean, I really wanted to do the drones, don't get me wrong. The tardigrades are very cute and very cool. But this is what the suit-only survival was meant to be. Oh, baby. Yeah, also, I can definitely turn those drills off. That doesn't need to be there anymore. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's a bit of a hammer. Go up. Go up, my tardigrade. Oh, he swatted him. Oh, shit.
Father, help!
No. The rotor's just spinning. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's a bit of a hammer. Go up. Go up, my tardigrade. Oh, he swatted him. Oh, shit. Sorry, bud. Man, he is resilient. He is trying to go back to work. Gotta respect it. Buddy, please, just go about your day. He's really trying to fly around me. Okay, if I drop it here, what am I landing on? Oh, I'm landing on all my stuff. Okay, fly forward a little bit. Ship's a little bit turned around right now. And then can I just like drop this over here? Okay, it's not the perfect placement, but we can rebuild now. Yeah, you know what? That'll work. Right there, that'll work. Hopefully the tardigrades can get past. Oh, here's something over here. Okay, we managed to salvage what looks like a gigantic railgun off of this ship. It's pretty dope, but oh no, he's shooting my tardigrades! Oh, there's still an active turret on this one. Hold on. This thing has not been pacified just yet. I think there's an interior turret there. Let's go see if we can deal with that. Yep, I think that was him. Nope, there was another one. Okay. God, that was a little scary. I think that's our last battery over there. I'm going to use the tier 1 tools to just get in here and turn this thing off. It's literally an autocannon right through that door, just staring at me. They've still got power. That is problematic. Yep. Okay, cool. That should be the last of the bang boom on this thing. I love these LCDs. They look really cool. There were a bunch of batteries. I wasn't cutting that off anytime soon. Alright, I'm surprised the railgun didn't shoot us though. I mean, I'll take it. Don't get me wrong. Still surprised. God, look at the skies. It is so hostile out here. We need to print this fit for purpose soon, so we can go out there and just start killing everything. Okay, drop this in the Sarlacc pit. Okay, one more big piece, and then I think we win it. Whoa, 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 something's shooting at me. Something's shooting at me. Oh shit, I crashed the Skycrane. Something started shooting at me, and I crashed the Skycrane. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back to the base. It's fine, we can rebuild it. We can rebuild it. Something in the sky started shooting at me. It's an Incon ship. Oh god, yeah, okay, still shooting at me. Confirmed, Incon ship still shooting at me. God, it's a hostile work environment. It's a hostile work environment. Hey, get me back here. Get me back here. Thankfully, this ship is meant to survive damage like this. That's why it's designed the way it is. Good to see that those strats still pay off. Alright, hurry up and build my connectors, please, sir. I need to land this puppy. God, there's just so much in the sky. Holy hell, dude. I think a lot of them have just stopped moving for some reason, as you can see. There's just, like, the numbers aren't changing. So they're spawning in, but they're not leaving. I might have to go in and delete everything. I think something's something is bugged, but, like, I think something's, like, really bugged. Alright, there we go. The Skycrane is slowly being rebuilt. Love to see that. Yeah, a little bit scuffed, though. Alright, anyway, I think we now need to switch over to our hand tools and start cutting these into more manageable pieces for the grinding pit to handle. It does occasionally get stuck, as we can see, so let's go ahead and give it a hand. There you go, the pieces will fall in. And there we go, sure enough, it all gets ground down in the end. Okay, we now have enough uranium to turn the refineries back on, which is really exciting and really, really good. There we go, they're all running. We're going to process up that stone, that ore, that ice, all of that magnesium. There we go, all this good stuff. Bunch of scrap steel coming off these wrecks as well. Oh yeah, that is great. Okay, what I do think I want to do though is maybe pause the tardigrades for a bit. Some of them, such as our boy over here, are a little bit stuck. Yeah, batteries are still looking okay, but probably want to deal with that sooner rather than later. Let's dig him out of here, I think. Man, he's going forward, huh? Okay, I think I might have to manually. This might be a good example of one that can maybe just, you know, go home. Okay, I want to stop all of their jobs. We have enough stuff. Okay, yeah, your job is being continued. How about you? Yeah, you can stop job. Looks like you sustained some damage at some point. As they come in and dock, I'm just going to pause them. This one's been paused as well. Yeah, when they take damage, they stop flying out. We've got enough resources at the moment. A bit of an abundance, in fact, to deal with now. Okay, also, I think we need to do some admin tools here. I think we need to go through the entity list, and I think we need to delete a whole bunch of these ships. Because you see, these aren't moving. That's the problem. If I stop it, yeah, nothing changes. It's not moving. So we're going to just delete them. I'm not going to depower them or anything. We're just going to straight up delete all of these, as they're all bugged to hell. Ah, shit, I just deleted one of the... Ah, damn it, I just deleted one of the recycling ships.
You are made of stupid.
There is so much junk up here. Oh well. Take me back to player control. Hey, listen, you're supposed to be turned off, buddy. You're supposed to be turned off. Stop shooting all my valuables. Alright, we need to push some more stuff into the pit, though. Damn it, I can't believe I ground down the Reaver. I hope I got the reactor in time before I deleted it. But yes, there we go. The skies are looking a lot clearer. I'm really hoping things are now moving again, and yes, they are. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, because I was starting to get a bit worried that we were kind of screwed. But no, we managed to fix that particular problem. Alright, I think the plan here is to use the hand grinder to cut this ship into multiple pieces, and then feed them into the Grisalak pit directly. Okay, here's my harebrained plan, right? We grab this thing by the end, and then try and push it into the pit. I don't know if I can do this, but we're gonna try. Okay, that is probably why you set up your rotor correctly before attaching all these things. The forces get a little silly. There we go. Let's share that inertia tensor. Let's pivot ourselves forward here. Despite the rotor lock being off. Oh god, come on. Pivot forward and then lock. There we go. And let's see if we could just move this thing up a little bit. Okay, cool. We've got it over the hole. Now I'm going to start cutting pieces off this thing. Alright, well, I'd say we've managed to successfully clean up the wrecks, build a Skycrane, and that's right, building out the grinder pit is a to-done task. A to-done conclusion. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that. Equality. Equality in all things. Alright, well, now it's time to build the tower network, or at least start with it. I think the standalone towers idea is probably still a good idea, but cradle wall towers are definitely something we need to do today. Also, the SSFP as the FFP, we're getting there. We're getting closer. We're definitely getting a lot closer. Filling the crater with buildings is going to be a little bit harder, though, than I'd initially anticipated, I think. I may have bitten off more than I can chew with that one. Oh, and something is actually grinding this drone down. I was wondering if they would. Okay, cool. Look at them. Beautiful. All 7 of our little tardigrades. Hanging out, chilling, vibing, thriving, hydrated, moisturized, in their lane. God, I love them. I love them so much. We do need to put a top on the top of... We do need to put a top on the O2 house, of course. That is something that I do need to get done at some point. At the moment, it's not really the highest priority, so it hasn't happened yet. But that is, yeah, that one nasty shot, and that's all dead. I think turrets first, though. We've been teasing the turrets forever. I think that is going to be a first place requirement, and also we need to start using some of all these components we've just taken off those ships, right? We got a lot of steel plates. In fact, we've got so much going on that Ayyy's has completely and utterly broken. Let me show you what I'm talking about. That is Ayyy's inventory manager. Yeah, the auto crafting's completely broken. It's just made for some reason, 2 guns, and the actual sort of transfer methodology has completely broken as well. The inventories can't be emptied of all of the different assemblers. They're all full of bullets. For some reason, it just will not transfer items around. I don't know what's going on. It is something, I mean, it's broken. That's what's happened. It's broken. Cargo container 7, if I just type ammo, right? Ammo. Let's see if it picks that up. I mean, if we could make this one ammo 2, that'd be great. It's not auto-assigning them to the Ayyy's grid like it normally does. Again, I couldn't tell you exactly what's gone wrong, but something's broken. It might genuinely just be that there is too much going on. See, like, ammo's here, but it doesn't designate these things as being ammo, despite it saying ammo. There is a learn function in the game that I'm aware of, but I haven't been able to get it to recognize those things as being ammo. Oh yeah, also, and a whole bunch of stuff seems to no longer really transfer. I don't know why. It keeps saying that there's no valid conveyor paths, but I go look and the conveyor paths are valid. So again, something's broken. I don't know exactly what. It's a bit of a shame. If anyone knows of a fix, other than just turn it off and on again, let me know and I'll try it out. Where are my hydrogen bottles? I don't know what's going on anymore. I've sort of lost control of this whole situation. Alright, but look, regardless, we've got to go ahead and get some of these turrets set up. I have some pretty vague ideas of how I want to do this. I know I want some really large guns on those towers. I want some sort of smaller ones over here, like SAM sites behind the main thing. Probably have a very large gun over here. One of these comes up. There we go. It's over there. Might actually just put it right behind this, though. You can always build that over to the side. Have a really large 500mm cannon over there, and then probably some 400mm cannons on either of those towers. That's the rough idea. Let's see where we end up with it. And, I mean, this is the episode of Time Lapses. I say we go ahead and enjoy it. Let's start. Never mind. Just had a power surge. Power went off and came back on right away. That was really strange. Huh. Okay. Go gadget time lapse anywhere.
wanna taste the pain. I think I'm seeing all red. 2 bullets in the gun, 1 shot to the head. I need a blank space. 'Cause everything is a threat, but I never back down. Man, I'd rather be dead. I'm making love to fate. And she look better in bed. And I'ma rock this life till I take my last breath. I wanna make a change. I got 1 life left, so I'm gonna go down swinging. Don't you forget. Everything is so boring. Can't get up in the morning. I'm so sick of the mundane and routine. I'm gonna break without warning. I wanna taste the pain. I think I'm seeing all red. 2 bullets in the gun, 1 shot to the head. I need a blank space. 'Cause everything is a threat, but I never back down. Man, I'd rather be dead. I'm making love to fate. And she look better in bed. And I'ma rock this life till I take my last breath. I wanna make a change. I got 1 life left, so I'm gonna go down swinging. Don't you forget. I've gotta find a new purpose. Something actually worth it. I wanna look in the mirror and like what I see. I'm sick of feeling so worthless. You wanna sink or swim? I'm gonna go down swinging. Look deep within. I get lost in the feeling. I just need a win. I'm going off. I know it's time to make a change, and I can take the pain. You wanna sink or swim? I'm gonna go down swinging. Look deep within. I get lost in the feeling. I just need a win. I'm gonna find my meaning. I can make a change. I wanna play the game. You wanna sink or swim? I'm gonna go down swinging. Look deep within. I get lost in the feeling. Just need a win. I'm going off. I know it's time to make a change, and I can take the pain. You wanna sink or swim? I'm gonna go down swinging. Look deep within. I get lost in the feeling. Just need a win. I'm gonna find my meaning. I can make a change. I wanna play the game, yeah.
Okay, there we go. We got to paint them, but we now have towers. Man, I really got to put a roof on that at some point. It kept getting shot while I was building this. We had a bunch of Reavers spawn in and come through. In fact, it's pretty much just Reavers in the sky right now. Never mind, they've all had their antennas shot out, but there are about 60 of them floating around at any given point. That's the scary part, is these are just the ships that haven't been attacked yet. Yeah, there's a lot more violence up there than I'd like to really think about at this exact moment. We do have quite a bit of work to still do on these turrets. There's a little bit more sort of greebling and things, but I wanted to keep them fairly straightforward, fairly simple. A, to keep the lag down, and B, just to make them simpler to use. So we're trying to use like turrets all over so that we have, similar demands on our ammunition. So let's go over what we've built. We've got these 2 main gatekeeping turrets. We've got these 400mm cannons on top. This one comes with a couple of 30mm autocannons to deal with missiles, and a 100mm cannon just because I think they're a really well-rounded weapon, at least for this mod pack. Over here we have another 400mm cannon on its own. As you can see, all of the towers are different and unique. That was intentional. I wanted to try and experiment with sort of different design styles, see what works best for us. Over here we've got what I'm calling the anvil. It's an artillery turret with a pair of Gatlings attached to it as well. Do these actually have... Yeah, these have bullets in them. I've been having some trouble... Yes, they do. Okay, good. I was having some trouble with getting ammunition out here, but that appears to have worked. Then over here, we've got our original... what is this? 30mm autocannons? Yeah, 30mm autocannons all the way. This should actually be a welder. If I can get a welder in there, I'll be a pretty happy dude. Welders are really, really useful for keeping these blocks alive. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's happening again. It's happening again. Oh. What are we shooting at? Oh, is it Incon? Okay, I thought I was being shot at. We did actually lose a tardigrade. One of my boys, my beautiful, beautiful boys, is gone. It's the black one, the one that was doing the platinum. There was a Reaver vessel in the sky somewhere, but the image wasn't rendering. The same bug we saw earlier in the episode. We had to look at it on the side of my screen. We had that problem. There were about 6 of them above me over there. They've all buggered off now, but they were raining hell down on the base. They shot this up something fierce. They actually managed to shoot through this plate, which is the connection going to these towers. So that's a bit of a problem. That's definitely something light armor is not going to hold up forever. But once we have a shield, that'll be less of a concern. As you can see, the railguns are working just fine. Firing off at that Incon Harpy. You'll have to see it. I'll have to adjust the ranges on everything as we go. This is our big boy 500mm cannon. In fact, we can actually jump inside it here and run around. I gotta do a little bit of digging. But yes, we do actually, it's built into the voxels, but it is actually traversable. Like, you can walk around in here, which I think is really, really cool. And then we can come and check out this. And does it have any inventory? It does. It's got 30mm standard ammo, which is, of course, what it needs for the 30mm autocannons on top of it. Do we have any 500mm shells? Ooh. Huh. What do I want? I've been told to build the Cassava rounds, these ones here. 21 uranium, it's a nuke, basically, the Cassava round. Let's just go with some high explosive for now, because it's cheaper. Oh, give me 20, yeah. And then I've got to go in here, and you've got to manually set the ammo types for these things. So that's going to look for and load. There we go. High explosive ammunition. Oh god, it's going to fire. I want to see it. 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 Get me out of here. Get me out of here, coach. Oh, what are we shooting at? What are we shooting at? Who's in range? Come on, big boy. Hit him. Hit him. Something's chasing that Harpy. I could see like a second dot, just barely. Alright, but yes, I'm going to have to go around and produce and set the ammo types for all of these. Make sure that we're all cooking up with gas. Let's keep the tour going, though. So we got two 150mm railguns, and then the 500mm mega cannon with the 30mm cannons on top. This side of the base I dedicated to sort of like anti-air defense. There's a 100mm cannon on top just for some firepower, and then we've got two really large CWIS cannons over here. That's the CIWS. This is another 30mm over there. The purpose of these really is just to kind of distract the enemy when they try and shoot at me. Also, what happened here? This thing must have taken some fire. So this here has got to be a welder. Because there's a decoy back there. That's why this got shot at. I mean, that means the armor did its job, so that's good. Give me the welder. Put one right over here. We want this facing this way, and we want that to get turned on immediately. And this thing's purpose is literally just to weld that decoy as it gets shot. And I need a blueprint all of this ASAP. Alright, then anyway, over here we've got 4 missile turrets. Mostly because I didn't really know what to do with this one, so I've just got a little missile pod. Might change the shape of that at some point, probably will. This is literally just a CWIS cannon, because I wanted to see how they perform on their own. And then over here, bringing the tour back round to the start, we've got the mega cannon. So as you can see, I tried not to do too much. There are gaps in the wall where we could fill some more. I think specifically over there, we could use another turret. But that is unfortunately all I have time for today. In between episodes, I am moving houses, so there will be quite a while, maybe even up to a week and a half before I can record again, but Magic's got plenty of content to work with. This right here is going to be roofed up by the next time you see me, and then, oh baby, then hopefully I've gotten the Izzy's inventory manager working, because then, oh man, we need to print the fit for purpose, and it's probably going to take up most of this space here. It is absolutely gigantic. Thank you all so much for watching, for hanging out today, for liking, subscribing, doing all the good things, and I will see you all in the next one. Cheers. You made it to the end of the video. Congratulations and thank you. That puts you in the top 3% of viewers. Here's another video that YouTube thinks you're going to like, and here is a list of all the patron and channel member names. If you don't see yours on there, you can find a link down in the description where you can sign up and support this content directly. If your name is on there, well, you probably already know that, huh? So, what are you still doing here?